Hey guys, it's like 5:40 p.m. We're getting close to the 10-hour mark, and we're gonna do a little check-in on the track. We're gonna start at the aid station and kind of make our way down. A lot of runners are still looking real strong. We've got just a beautiful sunset here in Phoenix, and we're ready for the night. The lights are on, the music is pumping, and good spirits. Let's go take a look. Come on in here and see. This is Paul Benet. He's with Central High, actually. What are they cooking up tonight in here?
Some toasted cheese sandwiches. They got soups going in over here. What all you guys got?
Chili.
Chili going.
Chili with Fritos.
You want some chili? Some chili.
Ooh.
Nice, yummy chili.
And what are the runners taking from the front of the table over here?
Oh, a lot of M&Ms, bananas, very, very popular. Pickles. We're getting into the mashed potatoes now, so yeah, and lots of pickles, always.
All right, let's go see who else is over here. We got Howie Stern over here. We're doing a little live streaming. You're taking photos out here today. What have you been seeing out there? What's been special?
Well, gosh, I mean the machine-like pace of everybody. It's just all business out there. They're just going round and round, and Patrick and Zach, Camille, Courtney, just people putting their hearts out there. Some people it's turning out good, some people it's not quite their day, but it's just an amazing event to watch. So different than the normal mountain races. Definitely a different thing, for sure.
Awesome. All right, let's go take a look at some of the crews down here and see how they're doing. This is kind of crew alley over here. It's just a big row of crew tents. We need a couple more lights in here.
I wore a group support pin because I knew, you're famous. I was like, how do people go and stand so the show? How do you do that?
Let's see. Can we come talk to you for a second? Or are you busy?
He's passing right now.
Yeah. So this is Nick Curry's crew tent over here. He just asked for some gloves. Got some. How's it going out there for Nick?
Good, he's right on task so far.
Awesome.
He's still looking strong, so.
All right. Who are you guys crewing over here?
I'm crewing at Dell.
Dell, all right. How's she doing?
She's doing very well. She's on track for what she needs. She's trying to qualify for the UK team.
Awesome.
So she needs 212.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
So
it's like maybe 130 or something.
I think it's 131.
Awesome.
So
Cool.
that's what she's doing.
All right.
She's on track.
Sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, we'll keep moving down. Check out this. It's like almost like a tackle box. Got lots of goodies in there. Pretty much everything you could want and more. We got to be a little careful because the race is happening. So we'll try and get a couple snippets here.
Oh, yeah.
We're here with Pam Smith. She's run this race before. How's everything going out here? Who are you crewing today? And tell us about how it's going.
Yeah, I'm here with Maggie Gutierrez, and she's hurting a little bit, but she's solid. She's hanging in there. She's a tough girl, so expect her to stay till the end, however that goes, for better or worse. And also helping out Bob Hearn. And he's steady Eddie, so he's got a plan, walk plan that he's been employing since the very beginning, and he's sticking to it.
Super experienced too.
Yeah, he's won here before. He's been a champion here before, so I'm sure he'd love to repeat at that as well.
Now going in almost the 10-hour mark, what's going through the athlete's head right now?
Yeah, I think at this point, you've been on your feet for 10 hours, so it's a long time. You're starting to hurt. And then, but you still kind of have that in your head, like I'm still not even halfway done. I got 14 hours left to go, so kind of just battling some mental demons there.
Yeah, not quite close enough to feel like it's gonna end soon. It's
Yeah.
like you're still in it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
Awesome, thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. Got Zach Gingrich over here. He's no cameras. Just like looks right away. Let's see what else we got. It's a tough job for crews. I mean, they're kind of planted where they are. I think a lot of them will go in shifts because there's really no break. At any time, your runner might need something, so you kind of always have to be on call. It's kind of like a nurse's aide or assistant. You're just there. You can't really go anywhere. Not like a normal trail race where you can drive around and kind of have some fun in between aid stations. You're just always on. How's it going over here?
Good, how are you doing?
Who are you guys crewing for down here?
Mr. Jig Jackson.
Okay. You want to tell us a little bit about how he's doing?
He's doing awesome. He's kind of annoying because he's making it look easy.
Yeah.
He's on autopilot at this point.
Cool.
He has the ability to lock into a pace and just kind of keep it, so that's benefits him on these kind of courses.
Yeah. How is it being a crew member out here? Is it pretty demanding? We were just talking about how you kind of always have to be cognizant of where your runner's at.
With him, he's one of those fat adapted athletes, so he's pretty easy to crew. Just the spring energy gels and water, and then maybe some, like, he'll grab some stuff from himself at the aid station, but yeah, he's pretty easy.
How much is he actually eating, like, in a given hour?
So each one of those gels, he'll probably take one of those every 45 to 55 minutes, and the highest calorie intake is 110.
110. Okay.
On those, and then there's probably some calories inside the electrolytes. It's the same thing, the spring electrolyte.
Okay.
And then he's grabbing like pickles, and then the avocado wraps are his favorite. So bacon, because that was a big highlight of his day like a couple hours ago. Oh man, they have bacon.
Nice. Awesome. What's his goal out here today?
150.
150. Right on. Best of luck.
Yeah.
Thanks. We're
checking these people.
Yeah. How you guys doing?
Good.
Who are you guys crewing for today?
Well, we're actually visiting.
Just
Castell,
visiting.
But his regular crew is like off right now.
Oh, okay.
So we're just kind of
Jumping in. Is he pretty easy going about it?
Is he?
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him,
No,
but yeah,
he's just
awesome.
on autopilot, just watching his table.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
How's
we're like,
how's the experience so far watching all these athletes?
it's amazing. They're incredible. Isn't it crazy? It's
Yeah.
just like, wow. I don't run. You guys run?
Yeah. Yeah, some look like they just started after 10 hours.
Yeah,
So.
it's amazing.
Right on. Thank you.
Totally. Yeah, you bet.
All right. Cool. Yeah, thanks, guys. That was a little look into the crew alley out here at Desert Solstice. And yeah, I guess we'll throw it back up to the studio and we'll check back in there in a minute. All right, seems like you guys are digging this on-course, on-the-field footage, so I'll give you a little bit more. Probably just gonna walk around this main drag right here, and I'll just maybe do a little commentary on how people are looking. How you doing?
Oh, you know, after throwing up, I feel great, but not great at the same time. It's like a balance of good and evil.
All right. All right, that was Show Gray. There's some more athletes coming on through. So let's see if any of these guys take anything. We got Zach coming on through, looking strong. Got Bob Hearn right here in the USA jersey.
And then you know what I just had a suggestion because you're drinking all tailwind?
Yeah.
Do you want me to pour some back in here and fill some of these with water only?
Yeah, that might be really nice.
Because you're just,
Yeah.
I mean,
I usually have to switch from it at some point.
I'll take care of that.
I can do Coke and soup usually as a replacement too, but maybe just a few of them.
Yeah, I'll just do
Thank
like
you so
4
much
and
for
I'll
all your
separate
help.
it
I
for
really
you.
appreciate it.
How's everything going over here?
Poor girl didn't have a crew or anything.
Oh, you're just jumping in and helping?
You know?
Yep. Pat Reagan looking steady as ever. Coming right on through. Look at that stride. Looks like he just got started.
Sadie should probably run our social media. It's very great.
Amazing. So in a lot of other years of Desert Solstice, we have actually seen, this is kind of the time when people are chasing their 100-mile bests or records, and today it's a different story. Everyone is really pacing themselves for that 24-hour. We're really starting to see that come through right now. A lot of people looking real strong, just crushing along. You can see along the way there on the other side of the track. We got see how well some of them are moving. You got Camille over there. Really, really amazing. Sorry about the brightness there. Bob Hearn doing a little power walking. All right, let's go, Nick.
It's a good change.
Yeah.
No shirt, no wet t-shirt. That's true.
I think this guy ran last time. I remember.
Yes, there was.
Yeah.
Adrian did.
Yeah. I remember that and feeling so cold.
All that shit.
Kind of gives you a good idea of how everyone is looking right now, about 10 hours in. Hey there. Let's go, Pat. Let's go, Greg. It's Micah Morgan. She's actually looking real strong today. Kind of a dark horse out here at the 24-hour. All right, we got Zach Bitter coming up, your race leader. He's well into the 70-plus mile range. Let's see if he takes anything on this lap. Nicole, how's Zach doing out there? Give us a little update.
He's doing great. He seems to feel really strong and he keeps smiling, so that's a good sign. He's ready to keep going, so
Nice.
he's hang tough.
Yeah, right where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Awesome, thanks. What's he eating today?
He's eating potato chips and X Endurance. This Fuel 5. I don't know. It's been doing well so far, so that's good. And some potato chips. Yes.
Nice. Thank you.
Sure.
Comes Camille. You can see how well and how strong she's moving right now. It's just amazing. Great stride. Got just the last bit of light over there in Phoenix. It's right around 6 p.m. right now, so we're heading into the night. But yeah,
He's been running for like 5 hours. 7:57.
What's that? Or Zach?
Zach.
Oh, you want to give us a little fill-in?
Yeah. Zach has been running a 158 lap split. So even if he drops to an 8:30 minute, 8 minute 30 second per mile, which is quite a bit slower than what he's running now, he'll still do 160. So, and he hasn't let up. He's been at the same lap split for 5-6 hours.
Awesome. There he goes right there. Yeah, kind of the nice thing about being on the track at night here is we have lights. So in maybe other 24-hour races that are more on a road or, you know, more normal trail races, you know, that sleepy hours of the night, it's not really an issue here. It basically feels like daylight. We've even got some additional lights you can see over here on the far side that we bring in. Sorry, it's a little bright there. So really, yeah, just trying to do everything we can to make this nice for the runners and making it happen out here.
Got gel in my eye.
Uh-oh.
Need some blister tape or something. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Pat Reagan stepped off for a second, but he's back at it.
One more lap.
Looks like he did a shirt change for the evening. Get something dry on. Earlier, he was dunking himself in water, so that was great. Camille is just absolutely flying around this track right now. Is this the official crew lounge right here?
This race is the bomb.
How's the crewing experience going?
Crewing is awesome. I am crewing Chevy Breslin and Mike McKnight, and they are just slow and steady and getting it done. And this is really something to see. And if you guys are anywhere in the area, I highly suggest you come out and support these guys and see what a great event this is. This is awesome. So come on out.
Cup I dropped.
He did.
Awesome.
Pete Kostelnik right here, looking real strong right now. The guy with the beard? Someone picked it up. He like threw it on the track and the guy picked it up and I think he just gave it back to him.
It's efficient.
It's more efficient to make that motion.
No one don't argue with it. Oh yeah, you have the data.
Any commentary?
What's that?
Any commentary for our live feed?
Not really paying attention, but we could go up there and pull something together.
No, I'm telling you like right now.
Oh, am I on now?
No, I'm like saying, do you want to be? I'm just gonna put you on the spot. I'm just trying to get some cool stuff. I don't know. People seem to like the man on the field reporter style. I'll catch up with you later. That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and she said, we didn't talk a lot, but like just being with somebody like that. I get it. Yeah. We had a system like
My first meal in like 3 hours.
All right, I think we're gonna probably throw it back up to the studio here in a second. That's kind of a little update on the track over here. And yeah, we are just past the 10-hour mark, so 14 to go. It's looking great. Look at this, looks like it's gonna be a great evening. There's plenty of people packing out the track, so smooth sailing, hopefully. Hey guys, just checking in here real quick. It is about 10.5 hours into the race, and we are out here in Phoenix, Arizona at Desert Solstice Track Invitational, and it's shaping up to be quite the race today. Out front currently we have... Just checking in here real quick. We have Zach Bitter out in front, 78.5 miles, and Camille Herron, she is just absolutely crushing it right now at 77.8, so not even a mile behind Zach at this point in time. Pat Reagan is gapped a little bit by Camille by a couple miles, but is also hanging in there strong. All three of them look just absolutely fantastic out there, looking like they just got started, which is a great sign. It's a great sign for all of their goals, which is to go the full 24 hours and really make a statement. Actually, for all three of them, it's kind of their first real go at 24 hours. Well, I think some have attempted it before, but they're really going for it this time. You can tell with their conservative starts relative to what they're capable of that they're serious about it this year, which is really exciting to see. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the live coverage. Let us know what you think, and we'll keep coming at you. We've got still 13.5 hours left, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to stay awake the whole time. I'm going to do my best, but thanks for tuning in and joining with us, and we're going to try and bring a couple other people up to the booth, get some other opinions on how the race is going and how it's all shaping up and unfolding. I think one competitor that I've heard kind of rumblings about that was a bit of a dark horse, Micah Morgan. She is currently in second for the women, 71.8 miles and 6th overall, so keep an eye on her. I think she's really going to do something big here today. She could be the surprise of the event. Jacob Jackson, also super strong. He's out here just cruising away in 4th place currently. So anyways, stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you guys pretty soon. Hey guys, checking back in real quick. I did see on Facebook quite a few questions about what happened to Courtney. If you weren't tuning in earlier, we did do a little bit of live coverage on that, but she dropped from the race at about 59 miles in. Just kind of, she said she just doesn't have it today, just kind of cooked from the season. You know, it's been a long one for her. No one's invincible. I think the record felt like it was slipping out from her grasp and she wanted to save it for another day. So that's a little update on Courtney. She's perfectly fine, and in fact, we were just talking with her, and I think she's going to come in later to do some commentary with us, maybe fill everyone in on how her race went. So look forward to that. I think she's going to go get cleaned up and then head back out here. So thanks so much for posting about that. Lots of questions on here about Courtney. Yeah, I mean, the effort after Big's Backyard Ultra just like 6 weeks ago, I mean, she was next in line with Johan there, and she said that her battery was literally on 0 at that race, and that's kind of why she dropped out. And just even starting this event, I think, was a pretty courageous thing to do. She looked honestly fine, really strong through the about 9 hours that she was out here running, but you know, when you have 15 hours ahead of you, that's pretty daunting, and if you're not already feeling up to it, it's definitely something that you got to think twice about. So that's the update on Courtney, and hopefully we'll have her in the studio here a little bit later on and share some of the nitty-gritty on how it's going and take a look on how things are progressing. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. See lots of names in the chat room here. Yeah, I think actually I'd like to switch through a couple of these views and maybe just look at some of these runners' forms. You guys can see them coming across near the aid station there. See if I can switch to our other view here real quick. So you see Camille going across right there. She's just looking absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna switch over to our other secondary view. Oh, I think I just see Billy Yang walking by with some dinner. Stoked on that. Let's see, go to this secondary view. Looks like Camille should be coming up here in a second. Yep, she's coming up, passing on the outside there. Just, I mean, absolutely crushing it. She's still got a smile on her face. Pretty impressive to see. A lot of people running strong races today, just across the board. We've never had this large of a field or this many runners here at Solstice. It's really cool to see. Even some experienced runners that are out there crewing today as well. So here's a view right near our aid station. We put up these large aid station tents here at this event. We get to run by it every single lap. Brother Nick Curry running across there right now in the bottom part of your screen. We'll switch to our second view. This view over here is right by our timing tent. This is where the start and turnaround of the race is. Something we're looking forward to soon is our 12-hour marks. We actually have a couple record attempts that are happening right now. Connie Gardner is actually currently under her age group record. So that will be in just about an hour and a half. We do mark for partial laps here at Desert Solstice, so when we get close, we will have one of our timing assistants grabbing a flag and actually running the final lap when we get close to the 12-hour and planting that flag in the ground for measuring later on. Yeah, Camille is absolutely looking great. Someone says pizza from Billy. That's great. Michael Horner over on Facebook is asking, who are the leaders? So I can pull up the leader screen here real quick. Zach Bitter is currently your lead runner. He is at 79.8, and Camille Herron's in second, just 1 mile back. You just saw Pat Reagan go across the screen. He is currently in third place. This other shot right here, I mean, everyone is just moving well, continuing to move. I know it's still early, but yeah, it's really great to see that. Still mild temperatures out here in Phoenix. The cool temperatures are moving in a bit, but not too bad as of yet. Most of the runners are starting to put layers on. You see some gloves going on, maybe some arm sleeves, but there's still a couple out there that are shirtless. Some people have changed their shirts from the afternoon when it was a little bit warmer out. Got a little sweaty. Oh, lost my sound. Yeah, let me check on that. Okay, thank you very much for that. That should solve that, even if I switch to this leaderboard. So what I was saying earlier, you guys should still have sound now. Looks like you do. Turn that down maybe a tad. Yeah. What I was saying is, yeah, here's our leaderboard over here. We've got Zach Bitter out on top. He is just about to cross the 80-mile mark in 10 hours, 36 minutes. So not quite on par with his 100-mile attempts, but that's perfectly fine as he is going the distance today. He is shooting for the full 24 hours. You have Pat Reagan and Camille Herron. They're running 3rd and 2nd place, just crossed your screen right by the start-finish line. And they are not too far behind Zach, so I'm sure this will probably shake up a little bit more at some point. Thank you for checking in. We really appreciate it. Oliver on the comments. I'm currently monitoring comments over on Facebook on the Desert Solstice page. I don't have the YouTube comments up right now, but I know there's a lot of you guys tuning in on YouTube, so we thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'm going to switch to second feed here. This is over on the far side of the track near our aid station. We have some great support out at this race. We basically bring enough equipment that we normally bring to a 300-person trail race, all for these 33 athletes to really just give their best performance. There's quite a few spectators here, probably more than we've had ever before. I mean, it's nothing compared to, you know, a college track meet, but we can dream, maybe someday. We appreciate all of you tuning in online. It's great to have you. Yeah, let us know if you have any other questions. I'm, again, monitoring right now the Desert Solstice Facebook page. Thank you all for joining us over on there or any platform where you're catching this live stream. Seems like we've worked a couple of our kinks out from this afternoon where we had a couple issues. You can see Camille Herron crossing the screen right there in front of you again. And right behind her is Pat Reagan. Camille is very close to 80 miles now. I'm going to switch to our other feed. As you can check her form, she's just moving so well right now. Both her and Patrick both. She's coming into the center of your screen. Making the pass on the outside there. And Pat Reagan also making a pass. Just marching along, looking fantastic. Sonia Decker, she is competing. We had a question from Jennifer Crawford. She is... She is currently... Where is she? I thought she was out here. Yeah, she is in 28th place currently with 58.6 miles. So she is, if you can see on the screen there, I was scrolling down. She is almost at 100K, so appreciate the commentary in the comments. Pete Kostelnik going by. He's looking pretty good as well. He's kind of hanging back. He's not out front, but he's hanging tight, almost within the top 10. He'll probably move up here pretty soon. Michael McKnight right there out front from Ultra. Connie Gardner right behind him. Now she's going after still a record attempt. So Connie Gardner is chasing currently the USA Women's 55 to 59 track 12 hour. She is currently 91% there. Well, it's a 12-hour mark, so she has 6.3 miles to go in the next hour and 20 minutes. So she should be able to get that with some room to spare. And Susie Swinehart, she is also on track for an age group track record, 45 to 49. She should hit that with about 9 minutes to spare and tack on some additional mileage. Oswaldo Lopez is close to the men's 45 to 49 track 12-hour record. He really, if he kept his current pace, he would beat it by 50 seconds. So I don't know that he even knows about that right now, but you know, an hour 20 minutes. We'll see what happens. We'll see if he's close. If he is, we might give him a little nudge as he gets closer. Camille Herron. She is currently tracking for a sub 14-hour 100 miler. It's still a bit early to be looking towards that, and ultimately her goal, as she stated before, is to go for the full 24 hours and see what she can do. We did have a short interview that we shot with Camille earlier. We might throw that on here in a second. I think we actually will pull in that Camille interview real quick, in case some of you are just tuning in and haven't been able to look at that. Actually, we've got a couple more questions on Facebook I'll take first. It says, it looks like Zach will be near Mike Morton's 92-mile split for 12 hours when he set the 24-hour American record. Awesome. So we will keep an eye on that. If Zach is close to 92 miles, then maybe he might be on track for an American record. We'll see. So I am now going to, I'm going to keep an eye out for this feed from, actually this interview with Camille from yesterday. I'm just going to go ahead and load that up here real quick. We've got Pat Reagan going across your screen right there. Just about got this interview loaded here. All right, we're gonna go ahead and switch on over to interview with Camille Herron. This is from yesterday, some of her pre-race thoughts. Her race so far is going, I think, according to plan, so we're gonna pop that in right now.
Oh, it feels amazing. I definitely feel like I'm probably gonna be more rested than I was last year. I mean, last year when I came here, I'd run the 100-mile world record 4 weeks before. So this time, this is like my peak race, and I feel really, really good. I've just been training all fall for this, and making sure I'm healthy and feeling good. Got a really good, strong aerobic base behind me. So yeah, I'm feeling extremely positive about it, and I'm excited to get out there. You know, because I'm coming back from an injury, we really had to just play it by ear the first couple of months and just do what my body could handle. But once I got over 120 miles per week, that's when I started to feel like myself again and started feeling really good, and we started adding back speed work. And I mean, it was really shocking to see myself progress so quickly, and I knew by about mid-October that I was in pretty good shape, and that I was pretty much back to where I was back in the spring. So yeah, I mean, I've had several weeks over 120, but most of my mileage has been over 100, so I've cut back when I felt like I needed to. But for the most part, you know, I just feel really, really good right now, and I'm very optimistic. You just have to have the courage to try. I mean, everybody has their first 24-hour race that they just go and do it. And you know, it's kind of like, it was a bit scary the first time I ran 100K, and you just kind of have that zen type experience where you just get in the zone after, you know, maybe the first 30 minutes, and I just focus on my effort, just trying to hit, for me, about 65 to 70% max heart rate effort. And so that's just pretty much what I'm going to be thinking about. It's just my own effort and being in that zen moment, and just sustaining it for 24 hours. So there's going to be so many amazing people on the track, and I mean, that's the cool thing about Desert Solstice is, I mean, we're going to share 24 hours together on the track, and there's just so much positive energy all around us. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really special day, and I'm very excited to see what's possible for me. You know, I mean, this is my first time, and you know, hopefully I can hit it out of the ballpark like I did for 100 miles. So I just feel like it's going to be an amazing, amazing experience, and we really appreciate the coverage that you guys are doing of this event, and hope to, you know, encourage more people to try 24 hours as well. Oh gosh, I have so many friends that are wanting to come out. I have a friend that Kevin McGinnis. He drove from Bellingham, Washington. He said he just messaged me this morning and said he drove 1,500 miles from Washington to come help me out. He helped me last year as well. So yeah, I mean, there's just so many amazing people here, and it's going to be really cool to have that support, people cheering us, people giving us food and beverages. You know, I like to use that energy to help propel me, and so I definitely appreciate all that support from everybody. My goal, I've hit 9.7% of the men's world record for 100 miles, which if you take 9.7% from the men's 24-hour record, it's about 170 plus miles. So for me, that's going to be about 65 to 70% max heart rate effort. So I've really trained myself to be comfortable with that effort, and I'll just be focusing on that and try not to have too many stops for beer and sandwiches this time. So, you know, I just know that I've just got to channel my inner Yannis Kouros, that hopefully, you know, I can find out if I'm the female version of him and achieve, you know, what I feel is possible for me and what I think is possible for women. I think we're probably going to go for Taco Bell for lunch here in a bit. I actually just heard from Taco Bell a couple days ago. They're going to send me a bunch of goodies, so it's kind of a bit of a dream come true. But I'll probably go for Taco Bell for lunch and a tuna sub from Subway tonight, which is my typical pre-race meal. I usually get tuna sub with 2 cookies and a root beer, so oh yeah, whatever floats your boat, basically.
All right, those were a few thoughts from Camille Herron from yesterday. It sure seems like that lunch of Taco Bell and dinner of Subway is working for her so far. She certainly knows what she's doing out here, and yeah, having just a great race thus far. So great to see such a positive attitude, and she sure dreams big, that is for certain. So we are still out here at Desert Solstice and working towards the 11th hour. We're 10 hours and 48 minutes into this thing. And yeah, having a great time out here at Central High School in Phoenix. We are fairly close to downtown Phoenix. Here is another live shot from our start-finish line. There's Camille coming right across the line, just continuing to fly around this track. It's really something to be seen. She is basically head-to-head with the men right now, just absolutely tearing it up. So I'm gonna leave you guys with this screen for now. Thank you for tuning in once again. It's really great having you. This is a look at our leaderboard over here. We've got Zach Bitter, 81 miles in. Camille Herron's actually catching up to him right now, and she could very well take the lead of this race overall here shortly. Absolutely incredible watching this unfold. So please stay tuned. We'll have this live feed going the entire rest of the race. We appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll be back with more in just a little bit. You have Pat Reagan there coming across, looking steady as ever. Thanks guys, we'll be back in just a little bit. Welcome, welcome. Jamil Curry here. Welcome to the Desert Solstice 24-hour. We're coming back live to you, 11 hours and 11 minutes. Oh wait, we're about to hit 11, 11, 11. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 11, 11, 11. Welcome. I don't know what that means. It means some kind of good luck. We're coming at you from Central High School. I'm up here in the press box, and I'm going to be doing a little commentating here. I'm especially right now watching our YouTube audience, so all 197 of you now, welcome to the show. We have quite the show happening here, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am now reading all of your comments live, so please say hello. I can see Freestyle, Ann Roberts, Christine Hahn, Nathan Walker. Welcome, welcome. Spread the word that we are on YouTube right now. We're going strong right now. Let me know if you guys have any questions, if you want to know how people are doing. I have access to a lot of information. Hey guys, welcome, welcome to the show. Let's get into the show. So we have Zach Bitter currently leading the charge with 84 miles, but guess who is knocking down his door? It's Camille Herron. She's only a half mile back, and she is hard charging. This must be the first ever 24-hour live stream. I don't know, it might be, but we are doing our very best. We had some connection issues this afternoon, but those seem to have gone away, so we are stoked to bring this to you. The fastest overall lap, you know, I don't have that information on me right here. I'm actually up in the press booth, not down on at the timing, but how are the leaders? The leaders are looking great, so yeah, the word is spreading. That is awesome. So the leaders are looking really, really good. They are all running a really smart race. The 100-mile, they're not really shooting for 100 miles this year, which is awesome. They're all going for 24 hours, and they've really paced themselves. So it's really, really awesome to see them do that. It's really, really something great. We got running at altitude. Welcome here. You just joined in. Can someone point out the leader, who or she is? Yes. I will point that out to you right now when I see them coming around. Yeah, I will keep an eye out and definitely let you guys know who some of the top participants are. Yeah, Zach Bitter, he's wearing all black. He's wearing an ultra shirt, and I will point him out when he comes across. Camille Herron, you can notice her from her hair, which is just kind of flying wherever it may go, just floating free. Yeah, I haven't seen Zach in a minute, but I'm sure he's coming around here in a second. Pat looks the best form-wise. I would have to agree. I love Pat's form. He looks like he's just marching. Here's Pat Reagan actually coming across the screen right now. He looks as fresh as when he started, just not even like he is exerting any effort at all whatsoever. So I see Zach on our far camera feed. He's going to be coming into view here probably in about 15 seconds. I'll point that out once more. So we got some of our athletes coming in. Everyone overall is looking really, really great at this point in time, which is really awesome to see. We do have an update on Courtney. She did drop from the race at 59 miles, just under 9 hours in. We're gonna have her in the booth later. So Zach is coming up. He was right behind. He just went past in the black with the white headband. So keep an eye out for him. I'll try and get a second angle of the track here in a second. That way we can kind of monitor both. Camille Herron crossing the line right there in front of you. She is having a great race out here today. Any chance of a record? Yeah, I think we definitely could still see some records. Camille for sure is, I think, definitely on track. I mean, it's still kind of too early to tell. Once we hit the 12-hour mark, we're gonna write down their splits and compare them to some of the known splits from the past. So we'll give you guys a solid update at the 12-hour mark. But yeah, so far people are looking great. Yeah, Pat's looking good. I'm gonna give you guys a little different view over here. Pat Reagan is coming on up. Just kind of casually jogging through. Looks like he got held up just for a second there. The passing is sometimes a thing over here. Camille Herron's form blows my mind. She must be incredibly efficient though. Yeah, she does have a very unique running style, and you know, there may be something to it. Her big arm swings and big smile, really. I mean, she's definitely enjoying herself, you can tell. This is her in her element, and she's one of the best out there. This is her first time stepping up to the 24-hour distance, so it's pretty exciting. You'll see Pat Regan coming across your start-finish line now, just like a metronome. Really incredible to watch. I could probably watch his form all day. It's really spectacular. And I am watching it all day. It's very true. Camille is actually coming into view now. You can kind of see she's your second overall currently, just behind Zach. And Andrew Snope is coming across. He's a barefoot runner. He's been barefoot, I believe, the whole time so far. Camille is coming up in this pack right here. You can see her making some moves. Oh, she's trying to pass through a little crowded area. It's kind of exciting. And I think your race leader is coming up into view here in a second. Could be mistaken. Trying to keep track of your guys' questions over here. Who's the guy who just passed with green shorts? That's Jake Jackson, I believe. He is in 4th place and having just a great race as well. He's actually not too far behind Pat Regan at this point, so he is absolutely crushing it as well. What's the temperature right now? 55 degrees. It's rather pleasant. A little chilly if you're sitting around, for us Arizonans anyways, but yeah, for the most part, really just, it's been almost a perfect day for running, perfect conditions out here. Is Connie the oldest competitor? We do, let me actually check that real quick. I do have our results page right here. Looks like we've got a few in their 50s. How old is Connie? She's 55. So yes, Connie is our oldest this year. A big smile goes a long way in an ultra, absolutely. And it says, someone said Camille might unlap herself from Zach. It could definitely happen. We have, they are just 1 or 2 laps, basically 2 laps apart right now. Pretty incredible. So again, we're out here at Desert Solstice. Here's Zach right there. He's coming across the start finish. He's still looking good as well. But it almost seems that Camille is surging, like really hammering. And I don't know if it's just easy for her right now or if she's pushing it. It's kind of hard to tell with her gait. Like, you never know if she's doing great, but she seems to be doing great. I mean, she's moving well. Trying to get a view of her on the track here. Where's she at right now, guys?
She's on the back 200.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's just...
Someone's skipping. Yeah, someone's skipping.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, we do have someone doing some high knees, some skips in, like, lane 4 or something. Sorry we can't give you all the views on the track, but, yeah. Camille looks so good right now. That's great to see. So if you guys are just tuning in, Courtney Dauwalter actually did retire from the race at 59 miles. We are hopefully going to have her here in the studio a little bit later. She's going to get cleaned up and maybe give us a couple thoughts and insights from her race, from her year. I hope she shuts it down for a little bit and recovers, and I know she's got big plans for 2019, so it's great to have her out here, and she's such a great sport about it all. So hopefully we can speak with her in a little bit. Update on Show Gray. I know he was sick earlier and kind of throwing up. I think he's back out there now, but he's probably a bit off of his goal. He's past 100K at 63 miles right now.
He was the one skipping.
He was the one skipping. We just got word of that, so that's cool. Yeah. So again, I'm reading your comments right now on YouTube. If you guys head over to the Air Viper Running on YouTube page, I will be trying to stay in there and answer your questions that you guys have about Solstice. We had one here that would love to see Sage in. I absolutely agree. I wish Sage was here as well. That was definitely an exciting entrant. It would have been, right now would have been the time actually that we would be kind of coming down to the wire. You know, the world record for 100 miles is 11:28. It's 11:21 right now, so we'd be probably on the edge of our seat watching if that came down to it. So hopefully he can join us next year when he gets healthier, and yeah, hopefully he can make it a goal race and focus a little bit more on the flat stuff. So this is a view right here from our start finish line. You can see just a lot of people moving well right now. We had someone ask Courtney if she's going to choose you as her lap 1 tour guide at Barkley. That'd be great. Camille is 10% ahead of world record pace for 24 hours. Someone just chimed in on that one. So there is a records tab. If you go to ultracast.tv, you can check out all the live results. They are updated regularly. I've kind of pulled that down temporarily. I might put that up on our second feed here and switch back and forth, so you guys can get a little bit of a view on that one. But if you do go to ultracast.tv, it is our live results, and if you click over on the tab that says record, that says attempts, it will show you all of the upcoming records that people are close to. So here you can see we've got our split screen here with our race clock and our leaderboard. We had a question, is the other Curry on the track your brother, relative, or just a common name? It's my brother, actually. So Nick Curry, he actually helped to found this race and has been part of AeroViper running for quite some time. He's out there running the 24-hour, trying for some big miles, trying for a PR. It's been a few years since he's been on the track, and he's excited to be back out here. It's definitely fun having him on the track and cheering him on out here. It's fun to see it. My dad is crewing him right now. His wife was out here earlier, so it's fun to have him in the game. Can you keep the mic on? Gets really quiet in here when you guys aren't on. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully it's staying on right now. Yeah, I think I have it on all the time, but that's why I'm kind of hopping over here on the YouTube comments to kind of generate some content over here. See what you guys want to hear about. Do you know if any of the top competitors plan on coming back for across the years? I don't know, but I don't think so. That's usually a bad idea. If you hit your goals out here. Now, if you don't, then I'd probably recommend it, but yeah, I'm not entirely sure. You'd have to cross-reference the list on that one, but I haven't heard of any that are going to be doing that. What is Zach eating? Zach Bitter, we talked to his crew earlier. He's mostly eating potato chips and X Endurance. That was his carbohydrate powder formula that he is using. So I know he's like big on the fat adapted athlete, but he does use carbs during this race. So I'm sure you can tune into his podcast, Human Performance Outliers, I believe is what it's called. I think they're like 50 episodes in. Who's the DJ? That's me. And I don't have any. They're asking to play some LCD sound system. I don't know. We're just trying not to get dinged by Sony again and keep the stream going. So it says, actually, Camille has been looking locked into 158 to 2 per lap. Zach has been more uneven, 158 to 208. So someone's got some inside scoops there on the lap splits. Appreciate you on that one. So it looks like Camille might be slowly catching Zach. She might be our overall leader soon. That's pretty exciting. Well, actually, he's about 3/4 of a mile ahead right now, so we'll see. We got a question, is the barefoot guy still barefoot? I forgot his name. So that's Andrew Snope, and I'll see if I can't find him here, but he is still barefoot. We'll keep an eye out for him and point him out next time he comes around, but he is the 24-hour record holder for barefoot, and he's gone 139 miles, which is pretty unreal. Camille is 10 seconds away from unlapping from Zach. Okay. So she might be moving up on him, it looks like. Oh, was that Snope?
Yeah.
Oh, Snope just went by. We'll switch to our other view. I could point him out for you when he crosses by this start-finish line here. She's still, yeah, she's still, I think she's actually still 2 laps down, so she's got a little ways to go. Let's see, Andrew Snope coming up. Okay, we're gonna keep an eye out for him here. Yep, he is right. Bob Hearn is the one in the USA jersey, and Andrew Snope is right behind him. So you can see he is not wearing shoes. Scott Burton, any chance this kind of coverage will happen across the years? This would be great for family and friends of competitors, but I realize 6 days is much longer. Oh my gosh. That would be absolutely insane. I don't think I can do that. Maybe we'll do some select live streaming. That is possible. Maybe an hour a day. I'd come in and do an hour or 2. That would be super fun. I'll see if I can find it in my schedule at least some of the days to come out and do some live streaming and maybe sit down and talk with some of the competitors, how it's going, and do a little, maybe a race recap, a live recap each day. That'd be kind of fun. Do a live show. That'd be awesome. That's a great idea. Veglord, Jamil, you and your bro should switch places next year. Oh, well, yeah, not sure about that. Actually, I was just talking about how it would be fun to hold just a general Aravaipa track race, say at Central or something, where it's open to anyone who wants to register. We'd open it up to more people than just 33, but I think it could be a lot of fun. People camping out on the track, live streaming, all the stuff. I think it could be a good time. And Michael Carson, he was actually talking today about doing a normal track meet where you do like a 200, a 400, a relays, but for ultra runners. Like, only people allowed to enter are people that have at least completed a 50K. So we could do them on back-to-back days. You could run like a 24-hour race and then you could have a track meet the next morning. We have weird ideas when we're out here all night.
How about for the open version of this, the winner gets an entry into Solstice?
That would be cool. That's a great idea. Chris Campbell, Inside Word says Show is now aiming for his personal best. High knees must have helped. All right. We got some inside scoops here. Do you know what his personal best is? We've got some more. Oh boy, Camille really does look like she's charging. That's for sure. Mystic Man, go on bigpictureproject.net and read the present to see the truth about life. Okay, we got a little advertisement that I just read for free. Right on you. Who's screening these comments? Claudia Cross, I remember when Across the Years was at that track, circa 93, 94. Was it at Central? That's cool. I know it was at Arizona Boys Range. That's so sweet if it was. I am actually eating some of the participant food right now. We've got some chili on tap. Absolutely delicious. Just in general, if you guys are tuning in and you live in the Phoenix area, and I'll even happen to say in Arizona, I mean, there's time to drive here still. Technically, we still have 12.5 hours, so if you are in any of the surrounding states, get in your car, start it up, start driving. We want to see you. You can go on a trail run locally here tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. So Show did say Showgray did 122 a few years back. His goal is several higher than that, though. Yeah, hopefully he got out of his system, whatever it was, and he can hop back in. And yeah, let's see. My camera views are thinning out a little bit here, but it looks like everyone's just on the back side of the track. So again, we are. I am taking your questions live on YouTube. I know that there are people tuning in on Twitter, on Facebook right now, but we are taking your questions on YouTube. So go on over there. We've got actually quite an audience, 246 of you. We love all the comments that we are receiving at this time. Decamod, Jamil, have you ran and have a PR for this race? I was supposed to run this race. This race was created in part for me and by me to qualify for the 24-hour team way back in the day, 2010. And I did not end up running it. I ended up just organizing. But so yeah, I've yet to toe the line on the track for 24 hours. I ran track in high school, and that's my best thing. Camille just went blazing past.
How fast were you in high school?
not very fast. Like 2:11 for the 800 and 5:12 for the mile. So my mile time did not translate from my 800 clearly. And I think I ran like a 56 in the 400 one time. It's great. Not all RDs get to do their own. Yeah, so my brother's out running today, but yeah, I think I'd be able to get to run this race. I mean, today I'm just live streaming this thing, so it would definitely be possible. Jamil, what do you want for Christmas? I would take an iPad Pro. That'd be sweet. That's like a random impulse. I'm not willing to buy it for myself, so.
Or a new phone.
Yeah, a new phone might be nice. I'm literally streaming this entire webcast off of my iPhone 6S, so that's sweet. Barely charges anymore. What is Zach's and Camille's pace per mile right now? Patrick? Gonna do a little research for us?
Alright.
We got our stats man over here. How many miles did Courtney tap out at? She was about 59 miles today. What kind of course support and aid is there for the runners? So we actually had a great stream earlier. I might actually send you down, Patrick, to do a little on course.
All right.
So you want to come into the shot real quick? So we got Patrick Herron here. Here. You get the warm seat. We got Patrick Herron here in the studio. Tell us a little bit about yourself. You're a runner from Boston area.
Yeah, I'm from the Boston area, East Coast, coming out to support my runner Greg Soudier, who's cranking out some miles, and yeah, cheering him on and just being part of the event.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your personal bests at, say, 100 miles. Have you ever done 24?
I've never done 24, kind of 50K to 100 miles. My personal best for 100 miles is 13:50. At a race up in New Hampshire, the Ghost Train 100, and yeah, I'd like to maybe try 24 someday, but we'll see.
What's the furthest you've gone? Because you probably have done other hundreds. Have you done like harder ones that's taken you 20 hours, or have you not really gone beyond that?
Yeah, my first 100 when I was 19, I think, was the Eastern States 100 in Pennsylvania. And that one I think took me either 21 or 22 hours with, yeah, I think a little over 20,000 feet of climbing, so that was definitely a much more difficult race. So I've been on my feet for a while, but yeah.
Nice. So yeah, we're gonna, I think I'll stay up in the studio here. We'll send you down on the track. It sounds like some people want to see, what are people eating? How's the crew situation? We kind of call it crew, we've been calling it Crew Alley for the evening, but there's people lined up on the track. We'll show you what that support's like. Yeah, we'll tune in and we'll take some more of your questions. You got a good one? What planet is Pete Kostelnik from? He just ran 4,000 miles across North America and he's somehow out there chopping away today. Yeah, rumor has it he is very close to 10,000 miles for the year. Like we're talking closing in on 9,700, which is pretty ridiculous. And it's like at this point he's just got to go for it. Yeah. So it's really awesome.
It's a morning stroll.
Yeah. Let's see. People are asking how long the track is. Maybe 4 laps, about a mile. Yeah, it's a standard high school track, so it's an outdoor 400-meter track. Let's see. Yeah, 5,000 miles. The key to key. He ran from Alaska down to Key West, Florida. Pretty unreal.
It's quite tan because of it.
He is ridiculously dark. So it's like Baywatch, I don't know, just times 100.
He's not nearly as thin as I thought he would be after that either. He looks like he's still physically strong.
Yeah, he replaced what he needed to. It looks like he took care of himself out there, and that's probably why he's out here today. He didn't come in haggard like Scott Jurek on the Appalachian Trail, that's for sure. Freestyle, this takes me back to high school when we did a 24-hour relay before cross country. Yeah, except this is no relay. These guys are out there all on their own. Guys and gals, I should say. So, yeah. Again, yeah, we're taking your questions here on YouTube. Do you want to head down there?
Sure, yeah.
I think the stabilizer's up there. So we'll give you the go-ahead when you're all set up. And then the camera is down on the end.
Yeah.
So you have, here, let me show you.
Slide the phone in.
Yeah, so this will loosen. and then slide it in, and then tighten it down.
And then
it's
already on, or
you know, you need to, once you get it in there, then you'll want to hold that down.
I'll hold it down.
Yeah, and then it should come to life.
Okay, and then how do I record? Or
You don't.
it's
already recording. Yeah. So just unplug it. Unplug it from the.
Just start when it looks like.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And what am I doing? Just checking out the.
Yeah. Do kind of what we did earlier, except just by yourself, I guess. You can. Yeah. If you talk into it, they'll hear you. All right. So we are sending our field reporter, Patrick Herron. He's heading down to the crew area. He's going to show you what that looks like and what these guys are eating on the track. So, yeah, Kostelnik, it sounds like he said 9,699.9 miles end of last week. So I guess you add that to what he's run this week plus what he's done here, and he's probably pretty close. Let's see, Camille is flying. Someone just asked if she's had any beers tonight. I'm not sure. Have you seen her get any beers yet? No, not that we know of, so. Welcome all 244 of you here on YouTube. This is super exciting. Oh wow, Patrick has already made his way down there. That's pretty exciting. So we are gonna take ourselves down to Patrick Herron here in just 1 second.
Where's he at?
Down over there. Okay, we are going to switch over to Patrick Herron. He's on the track. We're going to bring up his feed right here.
That was the day when Courtney did this. Look at that guy over there. Oh no.
He went up for a while.
I'll be back.
Way to go, Greg.
I'll tell him.
Here comes Camille. Tom. Here we got Michael McKnight.
The first time my daughter you want me to film you while you're doing that? Are you doing Solstice?
Yeah, I guess I can. Here we have Oswaldo Lopez cranking it out. Pete Kostelnik. Way to go. And Zach Bitter coming in. Here's our race leader. Connie Gardner coming in hot. Nice work. And Greg and Bob. Way to go, nice job. Pat Reagan, looking good. Check out those bare feet. Nick Curry. Way to go, Nick. Way to go. Way to go, Camille. All right. There you go, nice job. Alright, let's see what's going on in this little crew. Hey folks, hello? Say hi to the live audience on YouTube.
Hey YouTube! Hello. How's it going? Subscribe to my channel! No, just kidding.
Alright, Bob Hearns coming in, his USA singlet. In front of it and interview. Alright, so we're gonna switch over and check in with some of the aid stations and crew of some of the runners, so we'll hop across the track in a moment. Either of you guys want to mind chatting for just a brief minute? Just checking in with the aid stations again, seeing how your runners are doing. So
Nick's doing good.
Nick's doing
good.
Right
on pace, looking strong. And
awesome, sweet.
Is there anything unusual about what Nick is doing as far as maybe his crew or nutrition? Is there anything that he's asking of you that you would find a little bit different?
He's not eating a whole lot. A lot of smoothies. Pita pockets has been his main food for today. Other than that, he's just looking strong. He's easy to take care of right now.
Oh, that's good.
Not much demand on me.
Yeah, nice. Well, good luck to him.
Thank you.
Can we check in with you for the live YouTube audience?
Oh, sure. For all the millions watching at home?
Yes, all the millions watching at home. They want to hear a little bit about who you're crewing and yeah, how's it going out there today and anything that you're taking away so far.
Great. We've got Greg Suche out there right now that I'm helping, and he's from Boston, so it's the second time he's done this. And he's loving every minute of it, I can tell. Just hit his second of hopefully many wins today, and he had a nice deposit earlier and feels much better.
Awesome. Well, good to hear it. All right, awesome.
Hey, thank you so much.
You're welcome. What a great opportunity, I'm sure. Can we check in with you and your who has your runner? If you want to introduce your runner and yourself.
Absolutely. My runner that I'm crewing is Greg Armstrong, and he's from Tennessee. I flew in from New Orleans to crew for him today.
Awesome.
As well as my wife. Actually, my wife drove all the way from Texas. So his wife is my wife's sister, so that's her brother-in-law. It's my first time ever crewing for anybody, so it's been very exciting.
Yeah.
And he's solid. He's hardcore. He's got Tivas on running. He does not want to do a shirt.
Is this your first experience at an ultra as well?
Yes.
Or all right.
Indeed. So this is it's been a very enjoyable experience thus far, and seeing all these elite athletes doing what they're doing, it's quite a feat. So
Yeah.
I'm very impressed. I'm empowered.
Awesome. Yeah, no, it's definitely an empowering event to be at for sure. It's a little crazy too, but in a good way, I'd say.
Exactly. It's good. It's good.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you
Thank
and your
you.
runner.
Appreciate it.
Would we be able to check in with you for a minute, or? All right, well, could you introduce both yourself and then the runner that you're here for?
I'm Wendis. I'm here to support Zach Gingrich in the long shorts somewhere out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
How is he doing out there today?
He's doing pretty good.
Pretty good?
Seems like he's hitting his goal right now. So.
Awesome. From a food perspective, what is he taking in over these 24 hours?
Zach likes candy and soda, and he just had some chicken nuggets from Wendy's.
Chicken
He's
nuggets,
had the new little like roll chicken things from Taco
Yeah.
Bell. I don't even know what they're called. It's really good.
Awesome. Cool. Well, good luck to you
Super
and
healthy.
Zach.
Thank you.
I'm already registered.
Nice.
I want it like
Here we have Oswaldo Lopez. He's running the 100-miler today and doing very well. Keep it up,
doing
Oswaldo.
amazing.
Hey, thank you, bro.
Doing
Good
amazing.
to see you.
Boom.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, way to go.
How you feel?
Pretty good, yeah, thanks.
What is your next race? Eh? Next race for you or not? No?
Maybe another one coming up. We'll see.
All right,
Keep it up, man.
Hey.
All right, let's check in with these folks. You guys mind checking in for a quick minute? All right, just introduce us to both yourself and then your runner out there.
Missy Jackson, my husband Jacob Jackson.
Awesome.
So he's doing really good. I think he kind of picked up his pace a little bit actually, like a second win.
Oh, wow.
Either that or I'm just tired.
Yeah.
He looks like he's running faster, but he's doing really good.
All right, awesome. Good to hear. Is he staying on top of nutrition,
Oh yeah,
hydration,
definitely
all that?
staying on top of nutrition. I think he's 4th place right now.
4th place. Wow, cranking. Well, good to hear. Thanks. Anything you noticed differently with this race than other races he's done in the past in terms of just his either preparation or race day?
It would be less climbing for preparation.
Okay.
So more flat, more road running.
Yep.
Training.
Did he practice on the track as well
Yeah,
quite
he
a bit?
did.
Okay.
So I think maybe it was like 35 miles, the longest like track
Oh,
training
wow.
run.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he's well prepared for the
Oh, yeah.
mental aspects of it. Awesome. All right, thank you. And yeah, that kind of covers our, or we got one more crew let's check in with. I think this is Pete Kostelnick's crew. Would you be able to just do a quick 1 minute interview or?
I should try.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, just introduce both yourself and then the runner you're out here crewing today, and yeah, tell us about your thoughts from the day so far.
Well, it's my name is Brad. I'm from Iowa. It's my first trip down here, so the weather is at least a lot better.
Yep.
And I'm with Pete Kostelnick, and his mom and dad are here as well from Iowa.
Nice.
So his mom's hanging out over there in the tent. His dad's probably running around somewhere.
Yep.
We've made some friends with a heater, so we're hanging out in that tent.
For sure.
Yeah.
How is Pete doing out there today? Anything that you've heard from him so far, or?
I think Pete is one of the more tan runners, so
Yep, we've noticed.
You can pick him out of a crowd, and he's spent about 100 days on a run. He's coming off of a run from Alaska to Florida, so that's probably where he picked up his tan.
Yep. Oh, here he comes by right now.
Yeah. But yeah, just kind of smooth and steady, and he's not necessarily from the get-go. He didn't have super high aspirations. He just trying to have fun and get back into racing.
Totally. Yeah,
after his
big adventure. All right. Nutrition-wise and hydration-wise, what's his kind of routine?
He just had his first real meal, I think, Wendy's burger.
Oh, nice.
And I know he had some stuff from the main tent, like pumpkin pie and something else. Oh, a smoothie. Yeah, smoothie. Other than that, we got some Pepsi and Mountain Dew and water, bananas. I don't know, nothing crazy.
All right.
Walmart sponsored.
Yeah, great. Well, thanks.
Yeah, you bet. Thanks, guys.
Are you leaving? Work?
Oh, yep. You guys too. Yeah, one more. All right.
You skipped us last time.
Sorry about that.
I'm just
so,
a flunky. That's the crew chief right there. You need to talk to her.
All right. Well, yeah. Introduce us about yourself, who you're here with, and then yeah, your runner today and how it's going.
I'm Jen. This is JB. This is Pete's mom, Claire. She came over to borrow some heat.
Amazing.
And we're crewing Jeremy Howard.
Okay.
And this is his first track, 24-hour. And he actually is now, he's approaching 65 miles, which is the most he's ever done.
Wow,
so,
super
yeah,
impressive.
we're pretty proud of him.
Is he planning on going for the whole 24, or
well,
what's his?
He's got kind of a medical issue that he's fighting, and
okay.
so he that was the original plan, but
yep.
it's flaring up a little bit. And
okay.
So right now the goal is let's get to 100, and then let's see where we're going from there.
Awesome.
So hopefully we can make it all night.
All right, sounds good. Well, what have you taken away so far from this experience here?
This organization is awesome. I have friends that have done Javelina a ton of times. I've never gotten to come over for it, and I've heard how great they are. And,
yeah.
And they definitely are. Like their aid station's awesome. All the volunteers are super cool. Yeah, it's been great.
Awesome. Glad you're enjoying it.
Thanks.
All right. Well, have a great night.
Oh, and we have to say hi to Jen. Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Jeremy's sister. She's watching.
Okay,
She's
terrific.
watching you guys.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, after that it's
the timing
mats.
tent.
So I think that covers our aid stations for now. Yeah, so why don't we head back up to Jamil in the press room.
Thank you for that, Patrick. That was awesome. Great field reporting. Appreciate all of that work down there. So it gives you guys a little bit of an idea what's going on trackside out here at Desert Solstice. And there, of course, is Camille coming across the line right there. And she is really moving along. She's still hanging right behind Zach Bitter, your lead runner here, as we head to the 12-hour mark. We are now just 6 minutes away from the halfway point of the 2018 Desert Solstice 24-hour. Thank you guys again for tuning in to our live cast. This is the first year that we've embarked upon doing this type of live coverage. So far, it's been a lot of fun. We really appreciate all you that are tuning in. I am currently monitoring our commentary and comments from our live viewers on the Aravaipa Running YouTube channel. So if you are on Twitter or Facebook, head on over there, type your comments, and we will try and answer your questions. We are going to attempt to live stream the next 12 hours of this event all the way through the night into the morning. So if you are bored or up late on your treadmill getting some training in, stay with us here. And we're going to keep bringing you some coverage as it unfolds here. Hopefully we see quite a few records. So we've got some other commentary here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We've got lots of positive comments about Patrick, our field reporter. That was really great. Question from Scott Finger. Hey Jamil, what's the temperature like there? It's about 55 degrees right now. It's lowering down a little bit, but most runners are still running in short sleeves. Yeah, looking pretty good overall. It's pretty mild, pretty much perfect running weather at this point in time. Let's see. People are looking to get to 2,400 on the chat. We have 256 people currently in the chat room on YouTube. It's so great to have all of you sharing this evening with us. There's Camille going by again. It's pretty amazing. She is heading into uncharted territory pretty soon. She is currently at 89 miles. Thank you guys so much. Lots of positive comments for the race coverage so far. We're doing the best with what we can here at the track. There's just a lot of really great people, not only participating, but on the sidelines. It takes quite the team of people and equipment to put on this type of event, but we are just definitely honored to have so many great athletes joining us out here today. People think there's more than one Camille passing by the camera. Living in the Midwest, running in short sleeve shirts seems like a dream. Yep, it is a dream come true out here in Phoenix. I'm going to, give me 1 second. Pop some music back on for our runners here. But I'm gonna pop in a results screen for you guys so you can see where we are at. Just give me 1 quick second here. So you can see, here's our leaderboard. Once again, we got Zach Bitter on top. Heading into the 12-hour mark, we will turn the runners around at 12 hours. So they switch directions every 4 hours. So this will be their second direction change. Got some excitement down on the track. Some bells are ringing. So we've got... Someone says they, Rolling Monkeys saw Zach at Tunnel Hill flying by, doing the same out there now. It looks like that. Yeah, he is looking real good out there still, holding strong. If I drive from Rhode Island, will I get there in time? Probably not driving, but if you flew, you might. You got 12 hours. Got a question from Anders. Did Courtney drop? Yes, she dropped at 59 miles. We'll hop back in. That was awesome, dude. All right, we're joined here in the studio with our field reporter, Patrick Herron. So I couldn't hear anything you were saying, but it looked like it was a lot of fun. The viewers definitely enjoyed the reporting, so lots of positive comments out there. What was the sentiments on the track right now?
Well, pretty much we were checking in with all the aid station and the crews of all the runners, and everyone seemed to be in high spirits. They were all saying their runners were doing pretty well, and there were a few people who had never really experienced an ultra before, and so that was really neat to just hear their opinions on what it's like to be at an event of this craziness.
Yeah, so we're heading right into the 12-hour mark here. They're about to turn around here in just a couple minutes. Chris, you want to go turn that camera around, just the phone, to get the other direction?
Oh yeah, sure.
That'd be great. So we're gonna watch them turn around here in just about a minute and a half. So we'll keep this feed going right here, and you guys will witness. Do the phone one. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Got some more comments over here. A lot of positive comments for this coverage. That's great. We got 264 of you guys in here. We got people asking Patrick Herron when he's gonna come run Hellbender.
I don't know.
Putting you on the spot. When you showed the leaderboard, my friend Dell's time is covered by the Aravaipa symbol. How many miles does she have? Oh, covered by the Aravaipa symbol, huh? Dell has, I'm sorry, 72.08 for Dell right now. You can go to ultracast.tv. We have all the results on there. You can also track records. And that is one thing that we are looking for is there's probably a couple people heading out right now to actually mark for Courtney, I believe. We have, Connie, I'm sorry. We have, I think, a couple attempts for a 12-hour that people, I think they already hit it, so they're gonna be marking them. So we're counting down here in just 15 seconds. We're gonna see runners turning around. They are probably ready for the direction change at this point. They've been going in the same direction. Zach made it through just in time.
90 miles, yeah, wow.
So we got 90 miles for Zach Bitter in 12 hours. And there goes the cone. And the runners are going round and round.
Just take a screenshot.
So we got someone standing in front of our camera now. Sorry about that. But the runners are turning around at this point in time. That's pretty funny. We don't have a way to alert them at all, so we're gonna have to just wait here a second. We'll actually go to feed from the other side of the track so you can see them coming back. Looks like you got Howie Stern, one of our photographers.
I think he picked up the pace. Maybe.
So is that his overall pace?
Yeah, well, you went through in 7:55, so for
nice
50 miles,
he
so he hasn't
maintained.
really, yeah.
Thanks, guys. Let's see. How we all stay up all night? For me, it's Red Bull. I don't know if he probably won't stay up all night, but
I'll take a nap up on the roof.
yeah, we got a rooftop deck over here. It's pretty sweet. Someone's yelling to get out of the way. Yeah, we got that kind of covered. Yeah, he's still in the way in our other one. So
live tracking isn't working. I think it works.
Oh, we have our I had the wrong one up there. Let's see here. It was down for a long time. Yeah, it should be good now. I think we're showing all good on our end. 12:01 into the race. So timing mats work good in both directions. Yep, for sure. I would like to hear about Susie Swinehart as well. Didn't get to hear from her at the aid station. Susie Swinehart, she's at 77.8 miles right now. Looks like that is our third woman. Micah Morgan continues to move up in the field. She's at 81.8 miles. I think definitely turning some heads here so far. So yeah, we are now halfway through Desert Solstice. I see my brother slowly making his way up as well. He's now in 14th. That's cool to see. He's looking great out there. Live tracking still isn't working on this end.
I have the most updated link. Do they have the
ultracast.tv? What are you guys showing for your mileage? Chris Campbell, I hear that you say yours is not working. If you can let us know, we can try and see on our end if there's any issues. So again, we are coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. For those of you tuning in, we're on YouTube taking your comments and questions live. It's good for me. So we have some people saying live tracking is good, so we'll just kind of go with that for now, I guess. I'm gonna give you guys a little split view. Got Camille running pretty strong right there. So here's a little split screen on your left side. Oh yeah, it looks like there's still people going one direction and the other. So you can kind of see them all the way down that crew alley on this split screen there. Camille Herron running by. You can get to tracking from ultracast.tv, but not from the AirViper site. Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's not the most updated link, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. If you guys go to ultracast.tv, it sounds like it should be working. Try Control F5 for a proper refresh. Yeah, you might need to reload your page too. Cool. Why aren't the total distances at every 0.25 miles? Well, this is a 400-meter track, but a mile is, I think, 1609. Yeah. So you have to go it's like a little bit short of a mile actually for every single one. So that's why you're getting all the decimal places. So the actual, when you actually hit 100 miles, you don't hit it right on the start-finish area. That's where you hit all of your kilometers are hit there. Like your 50K, your 100K, those are all hit on those direct laps. But we have to measure out with a tape and mark down where the 100-mile points are. And yeah, I guess now that we're in this direction, we'll have some 100-mile, we'll have a lot of 100-mile finishes coming up. So that'll be pretty exciting. We'll actually have to get one of our camera angles over there, or we might actually do some field reporting for that stuff. That'll probably be the way to do it. When we get close for Zach, we'll turn to the field and maybe even like run along part of that. We probably can't, I don't know if we can get to the far side of the track, but we'll at least do some, the best we can. I think a true mile in a track is in lane 3. Okay, that might be true. That's a good point. Live tracking's working, sounds great. Thank you guys for filling in on that. Wow, we got more and more of you guys popping in. This is really, really fun. Thank you all for tuning in. You guys want to keep this going for a bit, or I was gonna go switch the other camera, the bigger one. Switch it to. At least just switch it around, because currently it's pointing towards people's backs.
Yeah.
So unless you just want to take a break for a little bit. We got such good momentum right now, but interview a racer while they're moving. I think Billy Yang did that earlier for a minute, but yeah, we want to be a little careful with that. Probably we try not to be pacing anyone, but we might be able to do a little bit of that along this front stretch. Could the live feed time at ATY be roughly the same time each day so I can tell my family what time to watch? Yeah, I think if we do it, we will pre-schedule it out in advance so you guys would know when we are going live. But I think that would be fun. I think I'm definitely down for doing a few hours a day, a couple hours a day. Be a good time. Cool for us, not so much for the runner. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them are in good spirits right now, but they may not all want to chat. What else is interesting? I don't know. We're just trying to stay awake over here, guys. Do runners who run mostly trails encounter any specific issues running on the track for 24 hours straight? What do you think?
We were talking to one of the runners down there. I think it was Jacob Jackson's crew, and she was mentioning how, yeah, he's just been training quite a bit on roads and on tracks in the build-up to this race. He's more a trail runner, but he's kind of, yeah, more specified his training in recent months to the flatter surfaces. So it definitely, I mean, it requires certainly like dialing into a more specific pace, and also working obviously on leg speed and turnover. It's 24 hours, so you're not going crazy fast, but it's definitely different than on trails where it's a kind of combination of up, down. You might be power hiking in some sections. So this is really really different in that you're kind of just grinding it out at one speed or one effort for hours and hours on end.
What are you offering the runners to eat? We have a fully stocked aid station over there, something that you might see at the finish line of one of our larger trail races of 300 to 400 people. We've got pretty much anything you can imagine, sweet stuff, salty stuff. They just had some chili that they were cooking up. I think there was rumors of some bacon earlier that I heard some runners were eating. You know, sodas, chips, kind of all the standard ultra fare pickles. And then there was also a survey that went out. So this is an invitational field. There's 33 runners out here today, but I know most people, a lot of them have their own crews, but there was a special request, and we did go shopping for some runners from out of town and got them some special request items that they were looking for ahead of time, just to make it easy on them. Curious about the shoes these folks are wearing. Do you have your spreadsheet still? You got it right in front of you. So Patrick will give us a little rundown of maybe some of the shoe choices out here today.
Yeah, so earlier today I kind of took a tally of what everyone's got on their feet. Granted, people are changing their shoes over the course of this race, but what few hours ago things looked like, I mean, we had quite a spread between obviously Andrew barefoot, and then quite a few folks in more maximalist Hoka shoes. And yeah, I mean, Hoka is a pretty dominant brand at this race. Quite a few people wearing the Cliftons and the Bondies. And then also a few Nikes mixed in. Some people wearing the Vaporfly 4%. Camille Herron's rocking those. And then some Zoom Flies in the mix. But yeah, everyone kind of has their own approach to it, I guess. Some people like something super soft and plush, and then some people like something a little more responsive, so they're kind of quick and light on their feet over the course of 24 hours, so they don't feel like they're dragging as the race goes on. So definitely a mix.
There's like a follow-up question from Stanford. Are the runners using track type shoes or road shoes or trail shoes?
There's maybe 2 or 3 people with trail shoes. Then you got Greg Armstrong rocking the Teva sandals. But for the most part, everyone's in road shoes, and then a few people in like road racing flats as well.
We had a question, did Susie break the 12-hour record for her age group?
We will check on that.
I believe she did. She was tracking for it. I don't have that on me right now from our records tab. It's not showing up for me, but usually that's because they have to measure it, but I think she did surpass it, but we will we'll double check on that. Let's see. Could you please help me in finding out who the youngest male and female runners to cross 100 miles within 24 hours in a track race? Oh man. Yeah,
that's some serious research.
Yeah, that's a lot. I mean, I know James Benet did it at like, I think 10 or 11 years old, so I'm not entirely sure, but it's probably somewhere around there. How is high camp similar to and different from ATY? Maybe you're talking about steep camp. Steep camp is pretty much the opposite of ATY except for the duration. That's about the only similarity, but it has a ton of climbing and it's at altitude. It's located in Silverton, so very different. She's wearing the 4%. Someone said they were kidding. She does have the 4%. She's still wearing them, right?
Yep, yeah.
Same
she's
pair of
wearing
shoes the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, she wore those for the race last year with her 12-hour record, and then she also wore them at Tunnel Hill 100. I think she's the first person to set a world record in the Vaporfly 4% before Eliud Kipchoge this fall. So yeah, she is probably going to continue wearing them, I'd assume. They seem to be working well for her.
Let's see, we had one. Is anyone wearing track spikes?
I don't think anyone was wearing track spikes, no.
I think the most interesting, there's a barefoot runner out there, Andrew Snope, and then Greg Armstrong is in Teva sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely a wide range out here. Question, will Yannis Kouros' records ever go down? His 24-hour record, probably not. I mean, just the fact that he did it means that it is possible for someone to do it, but I mean, no one's come close.
Yeah, I mean, like, the American record is, I think, 172 miles, and Giannis is 188, so there's a 16-mile difference between the two. Quite a range.
It's like he'd be in Scottsdale by now. Susie did break the 50-mile record. Old record was 7:39. She ran 7:23. So
awesome.
we definitely have some records going down today. We had so far age group records, so no like outright records as of yet, but there's still time. What is Mako's next race? Well, we have a Veronica Mako running the race today, but if you're referring to the Mako show, I mean, who knows? Who knows what that guy's doing? I think he just ran Cape Town. Did he finish Cape Town?
He did, yeah.
He finished Cape Town.
He was maybe squeezed into the top 10.
Okay, right on. People looking for elite marathoners to try the sport, maybe. Yeah. Who knows?
Any chance Air Viper puts on a last man standing?
Yeah, we are going to do a last man standing event in my backyard. But we're not going to do the 4-mile thing, at least not anytime soon. Ours is going to be a really short lap, and we're going to start every 2 minutes instead of every hour.
Everyone's invited.
All 270 of you, come on down to the yard. The yard. Okay.
An ultra 4%.
She is actually wearing it, so let's see if we have. Oh, cool! We do have a new. Looks like a new camera angle.
Sweet.
we're gonna pop that one in there and see what that looks like for you. Looks like no one's on the track there.
Everyone has left the track.
There's no one left. Oh, just kidding. Here comes Jackson. Josh Jackson? Jacob Jackson, sorry. So yeah, here we'll run through the competitors real quick. So Jacob Jackson coming in the green shorts. We got Nick Curry with the pink Nikes. Behind him is... I forget her name. Definitely some power walking going on. Show Gray. Greg Soudier. This is a test for us, really, more than anything, but hopefully it helps you guys to figure out who's who. This is Michael McKnight here from Ultra. Stacy Costa. Followed by Del Salt, Adrian Stanchu. Defending champ of this race. We got Bob Hearn. Oswaldo Lopez. Chevy Breslin. We got that Greg Armstrong coming on in, shirtless still. Pat Reagan, still looking chipper as ever, like looks totally fine. Connie Gardner, legend at this race and of 24-hour racing in the U.S. You got Pete Kostelnick and Andrew Snope, still barefoot. And a little break. I may be thinning out a little. Have some more people stepped off the track, possibly? It's tough to tell. We got Zach Bitter, your race leader, right here, coming on up. He's holding that slight lead over Camille, but she is right there on his heels. God, she is moving.
It's still a mile, according to that.
3/4 of a mile, so 3 laps separating your lead man and your lead woman.
Yeah, when they went through 12 hours, Zach Bitter was on 7:59 pace, and then Camille Herron's 8:03 pace, so just 4 seconds a mile different between the two of them.
Kara Goucher said she's looking to get into ultras when she's done with the marathon. That's from Lauren Prince. Yeah, I wonder how she'd do on the track. I don't know if she'd probably want to get into trail stuff, I imagine. Maybe save this for later. Chad Ellsworth, do a last man standing bike race. You can't put your foot down. That would be amazing.
They just tip over at the end.
Could you like do the like balancing thing where you're trying to get a sandwich or something?
Oh, Kristanucci.
I see Ann Trayson's running ATY for fun or to hit serious distance. I think for fun, but I think she's definitely doing a lot of races.
Isn't she trying to do
an ultra in every state?
Yeah, ultra in every state.
It's the Trayson Ultra Odyssey, and yeah, we invited her to come on down for the ATY 6 day. So yeah, I guess we're kind of getting roped into doing live coverage at ATY now, thanks to what we're doing out here. But it should be fun. So I guess we'll try and get Ann on the feed at some point. Let's see. Got to make your bib numbers easier to read. Yeah.
They're just names.
There are no numbers. It's just their names. So I guess we'll keep trying to help you guys learn. We need like a roster.
We gotta have like coverage where it like has their name.
Oh yeah, it's like
them.
Floats along. If there's any developers out there that can help us out, we'd love it. Jamil, what Solomons was Courtney wearing?
Sonic RA.
2s.
The 2s, yeah.
I think, yeah, exactly. And then, yeah. Do you think Tuttle Hill should be considered a trail race for records, or do you want to distinguish between easy gravel roads and others, maybe too difficult to do? What's your take on this one? I know there's a lot of back and forth. I have my opinions. Let's talk this one out. Or do you not want to say?
I mean, I have never been to Tunnel Hill, so I don't know what it looks like in person. So yeah, I've just heard a lot of other people's opinions on it, but yeah, I think it would be great if they were able to distinguish the records between trail, track, and road. I know the road and track sometimes can get mixed together, but a lot of it's like just the record keeping and what you have in the history books. It's not all of it's like separated by the surface. So
I mean, from what I can tell, I don't know. It kind of depends on your definition of a trail. I think what it comes down to, do you care about it? Do you not? I mean, maybe a lot of us will think of a trail race and we think like a single track through the forest with rocks and turns and ups and downs. From my understanding, Tunnel Hill is more of a rails to trail type, so it's not a asphalt, not a concrete surface, but it's very flat and crushed. So kind of like, I know it's certified as a gravel road. That's the official USATF designation. It is certified, so in order to certify it, it has to be pretty barrier-free and flat for the most part. Just like Umstead 100 is also a certified trail race, whereas a lot of other trail events just can't be certified. So I don't know, I guess it's kind of up to your own interpretation. There's probably no official governing body that is saying that this is a trail record, but
either way, it's a pretty impressive feat.
yeah,
These people
and I
are
think
putting
that
down.
Zach Bitter, I mean, his body of work at the 100-mile distance is pretty dang incredible. He's probably like, you know, the greatest 100-mile runner of our generation thus far, and we'll see where he goes from there.
Yeah.
Starting to suspect the images of Pat are looped. He looks exactly the same every time. Yeah, he might be part robot or AI. I'm not sure. Zach is cranking the pace down to the low 150s. Someone's got like the inside scoop on these lap times. Can you view them on the actual Ultracast?
Yeah, you can view them.
So I think, yeah,
it's
we
one over from the
one over from there. Okay.
Like whenever they come through, it shows the last lap.
Oh, right on. So we have ours kind of minimized over here, so we're not seeing that. But that's great. Thanks for those updates, guys. We appreciate those. Thank you guys. A lot of positive comments about the coverage. We really appreciate you tuning in. It's a lot of fun for us. What's the biggest issue with the runners? Knees, feet, hips? Have you heard anything out there? There's a lot of people using one of those massaging guns down there. Is that doing anything for people?
Yeah, I mean,
I hear it.
I think like obviously there's plenty of issues with like joints and muscles, but a lot of it's too like nutrition. Just figuring out like a nutrition plan that works for 24 hours straight and being able to keep a consistent pace with that is I think the most difficult part. A lot of these people have no problem with the kind of the mileage that they're laying down, but there's other things that come into play as well besides just the sheer miles.
Let's see.
Wasn't Sage supposed to run?
Yeah, Sage was supposed to run this one, but he ran the Otter Trail, it's the finale in the Golden Trail series, and took a fall on the rocky beach and took him out. So hopefully he can make an appearance someday on the track. I think it'd be fun to have him out here. I think he's someone that would make the track pretty interesting. There's quite a few other guys I'd like to see. I'd love to see Jim Walmsley step onto the track. What about you? Who else would you like to see? Say like, even at a shorter distance, like 50 mile, 100K, I think that would be super interesting to get a bunch of fast guys out.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard like mention about people going after like the 50 mile world record, getting a bunch of guys to throw down for that, because that record's been held for quite some time. And if you got guys like Sage and Zach and Jim and even Max King too, they're all guys who have impressive like road speed, obviously doing quite a few trail races as well, but they'd all be able to throw down on a track, and that would be pretty cool to see.
I think the cool part too is, you know, if there was this type of coverage out there for people to see, that's kind of the cool thing about a track race, is it's contained. Like, we literally can look out from where we're sitting and see every single runner in the race for the entire time. You can watch people, see how they're doing in relation to each other, and yeah, can be really competitive atmosphere because there's no hiding on the track. Which runner would you most like to see shoot for a fast 100-mile time at a track race? That's kind of what we just talked about, more or less. Just tuned in, maybe you've already talked about it, but USATF and IAAF stopped keeping track of different records for surfaces a few years back. I mean, that's true. I don't know entirely the reason for it, but maybe it was just to simplify things and just have one record. Sometimes it was weird to have like a track record and a road record, and maybe they just said let's just have one record.
Yeah.
As long as it's a certified distance, one record. Is anyone on pace to break a record? Did anyone already break a record? We have had a couple age group records so far. It's still a bit early to talk about 24-hour records. It seems like that's what people are shooting for today. You know, the 100-mile distance is coming up, but we're not going to see any 100-mile records today. People are pacing themselves for the full 24-hour amount of time today. And if you want to see, I think some of the records, actually I'm not sure if they're showing up currently, but if you want to see some of the attempts, if you go to ultracast.tv, we have that link on the screen, just right over here. Yep, over that way. If you go to ultracast.tv, there's a tab that says attempts, and you can see the upcoming records if people are close, what lap pace they need to run in order to hit that. So it's just a way to keep track of that. Got any other questions over there?
Yeah, are there just 21 runners? Would be nice to see the status of the other racers. So we had 33 racers on the starting line this morning. A few of them were going for shorter distance, age group records, or just personal records from kind of the 50K to 100K distance. So a few people have stepped off the track since then. And then Courtney is another runner who stepped off. Is 21 the current count for runners, or?
I think it's more than that.
Yeah.
I put it back up on the screen right now. We just scrolled down. We only had room for the top 21, I guess. But if you go to
29,
if you go to ultracast.tv again, they have the full list of results. You can check it out. It's updated instantaneously from when they passed the mat.
Yeah, so I think there's 29 runners still out throwing in laps. So that means 4 runners have stopped their races, but 29 still out there.
Aaron Saft, Reagan crewed for me last weekend at Chattanooga. He couldn't stay awake for 19 hours. I hope he can stay awake for 24.
I think the adrenaline will get kicking in at that point, hopefully.
Well, and hopefully staying up for 19 crewing, you didn't take it out of him, buddy. Just kidding. I'd like to see some of these guys do comrades before a time track race. Oh, some of the ones we were talking about, like the elite guys.
I think Jim mentioned potentially going.
I thought he was going to go do it this year, but he's on the Western States entrance list, so maybe
he is going after a Olympic qualifier for the marathon. I think he's attempting the Houston half marathon a few weeks from now, going for a 1:04 half marathon. So that'll be fun to follow to see if he's able to qualify for the trials with a half marathon time. Etiquette on the track.
Oh yeah, talk about etiquette on the track. So as you guys can see, as they come around here, we actually have tents set up in, I'll switch the view so you can see it a little better. We have tents set up in lane 2. That's our aid station, our crew tents. So for the most part, runners will hug the inside lane. If they are running and giving their best effort, you can see Pete Kostelnik was just passing a runner right there. So basically you just move into the outside lane of lane 1 when you are looking to pass, and instead of the inside slower runners trying to anticipate and move out of the way, you just keep going in your lane, and the faster runners are expected to kind of go around you. That's more or less the etiquette on the track for the most part, and it seems to be working pretty well overall. For those guys that are going a bit faster, you know, they're having to pass more often, but it's just kind of part of the game out here. Walmsley would tear holes in the track from running too fast. Are you worried that live coverage could be too intrusive to elite runners in the sport as things like drones get better, or do you think more access the better? Any thoughts on that one? Like some of the stuff at like UTMB where they're running with Xavier and Zach for like a couple hours. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely helps grow the sport, but there is a fine line between... Yeah, I mean, it can also... Some runners, don't like it, but also it can be seen as providing like a kind of aid or advantage to these runners. Having a camera chase you definitely makes you run a little faster, for sure. Even just the company on a trail, like if that person was alone versus having someone with them, there's a big difference between the two.
Yeah, I think the races that do have that more extreme live coverage, you know, namely UTMB. There's probably a few others. You know, there's quite a bit of coverage of the Golden Trail Series now that Solomon's putting together. And I think, you know, the runners that probably do those races expect a lot of that. I mean, the front runners at UTMB are, you know, I wasn't out there this year. I watched coverage. I mean, they're not followed 100% of the time, but there's definitely a lot of coverage up front, whether that's people on e-bikes or just on foot, helicopters. I think it's just part of the sport these days, and there's plenty of trail races out there where there will be zero coverage. So I think you can really find what you're looking for out here. And I think it's cool to have both, because we kind of do need that coverage to get new people into the sport. I think it definitely builds the stoke level. Anyone running today or at the race doing Barkley? Did you get in for 2019? You know, I'm not sure yet if I'm in or not. And I don't know if anyone else knows yet. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Question for me, unrelated. Do you ever do Q&A on your channel? We used to do a show called Trail Talk on this very channel for Aravaipa. We've taken a little break from it. I've done one Q&A on Run Steep Get High before, called it Steep Chat. It was right after Barkley this year, so I haven't done any others. So don't turn this into a Q&A for me, but maybe another time. Let's see.
Yeah, the more coverage.
More coverage, stuff like that. As long as coverage doesn't get as bad as the Tour de France, the runners will be fine. I mean, it's probably on its way there, right? I bet the organizers of UTMB, if they could, would have a camera on the lead runners the entire race, probably, if they could figure it out.
Yeah.
If they could do it, they would probably do it, and maybe they will. In the Tour de France, the fans in the way are so annoying. Yeah, we definitely don't have that here. I'm gonna switch down to another view, and these are the runners on the straightaway here. Should we take a little break? And keep going? What are you feeling?
Yeah.
I've been going for a couple hours straight, I feel like. This is great, guys. It's awesome having all of you here. We got 273 of you here in the YouTube chat room taking your questions live. We're getting pretty close to the 100-mile mark for Zach and Camille. Yeah, what is that projected out? Or when do you think they're going to hit it? Like,
probably another, like, 45 minutes about.
So about 13, 15 for Zach, maybe? Somewhere around there? That's just a rough guess. So we got a question from Tom. How's it going, Tom? Good to hear from you. Can you recap the steps you need to take to ensure records are able to be ratified? Yeah, sure. The biggest thing is you need to have 3 timers and 3 stopwatches to actually get the actual split time. So the 100-mile mark is on like the far side of the track, so we have to bring the stopwatches over there on the correct lap and make sure that the stopwatches are all hit in unison, and then you kind of average together the 3 times. And once that is done, there's a whole record submission process, a bunch of paperwork. If there are any world records set outright, then the athlete does need to be drug tested. And we do have a drug control officer, DCO, on call. I believe they're usually from the Tucson area, a couple hours south, but if we do have someone near a record, we are in communication with them throughout the event. And if the record is set, they need to get a urine sample, I'm pretty sure, and the athlete will be drug tested in order to be ratified. So they will come out a lot of times, you know, the race ends tomorrow morning, so a lot of times the officer will come out in the morning and get the sample, and that's that. So yeah, I think we just had a bunch of the records from last year ratified at the USATF meeting like a week ago. It's kind of funny, we had to wait almost a whole year to get these records ratified. States did a live feed from aid stations 2 years ago, but not last year. Do you know of any races that are planning on live feeds in 2019? Not sure. Do you know of any?
I mean, the Golden Trail Series from Solomon will be doing, but that's not, I guess, aid stations, but
yeah,
they'll be planning on doing live coverage at all their events.
Yeah, I mean, we might do some now that we have this system. I'm just not sure how compelling we can make it without on-course footage as well. So we'll have to see. What's the 24-hour record?
For men, it's 188.59 miles, and that's a pace of 7:38 per mile, if you can imagine that. And then for women, the 24-hour world record is 161.55 miles, which is 8:55 pace. And yeah.
So we got someone predicting 13:10 for Zach for his 100 mile.
All right.
We'll see. We're gonna write that one down. All right.
All the runners have to qualify. Yeah. Someone asked, did all the runners have to qualify for this race? Yes, all 33 runners had to qualify. Not everyone needs a 24-hour distance to qualify. It's anything from 50K to 24 hours.
Yeah.
So yeah, the standards are on the race website. Yeah, but there's plenty of people doing their debut 24-hour today. Yeah.
Got a helicopter flying overhead here. Let's see. What happens if a runner mistakenly crosses over the innermost lane in lane 1?
They fall into lava.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, we have cones out on all the curves. It doesn't matter on the straightaways if they cross over. It's the same distance either way. They just got to be on the outside of that cone. And yeah, Haley, you might have just seen her. She walked by. She might have been resetting up the cones because sometimes they do kick the cones or step over them. I think there actually is like a strike system for that. I'm not entirely up to speed. Haley is the race director for this event, so she read through all those rules, but that is why we have the cones there, is to keep the runners fair and honest and make sure they run the full distance that they say they do. Got a question, do you think the peak age of ultra runners is older than marathoners? Camille is kicking butt at 36. I mean, probably.
Yeah, I'd say so. Your endurance lasts much longer than your speed. And although she's obviously got her speed and endurance, a lot of these races more just require the endurance side of things.
Someone asked, were you inspired by Ginger Runner's 100K stream, or were you already planning this before? I wouldn't say I was inspired by that to put this on. I think I think once we kind of just saw the field assembled, we really wanted to do something, felt like this was something special. And I tried a little bit last year of just putting some stuff on Facebook, and it didn't work very well, so I was kind of inspired to just up the ante a little bit and get something a little bit more professional going. So yeah, it's fun. It's been fun so far. Let's see, appreciate your guys' commitment to drug testing, and not just with races, but calling out others. Yep, absolutely. How long are Camille and Zach spending at their crewing stations when they stop?
I haven't seen them stop yet, so yeah, I think they've been going the whole time. What's nice is you can just grab a bottle every time you pass, every minute and 50 seconds to 2 minutes. And so yeah, they're just picking things up as they go and dropping them off. It's a very smooth transition or pit stop.
Last question. Besides timing mats and having eyes everywhere, do you do anything to prevent cheating? Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty hard to cheat at this race.
Yeah.
Like people running across the infield. Yeah, you pretty much can't hide from the timing mats on this one. I mean, we do only have one mat on this course, but yeah, I can view the entire course right here, and I think we would get suspicious if people were doubling back. There's no real way to do it that I can see.
How many steps can they take inside of the line before DQ Alex Nichols? Oh, never mind.
Man, that's a legit question.
He
I don't
said,
have.
Oh, never mind. You're saved.
I don't think it's as strict as like a track race, like a short distance, but I don't know. I think for the most part, with like we have pretty solid line of cones around that curve. And if you took like more than a couple steps, you'd be running into the cones just.
Yeah, and
it
there's a
wouldn't go
difference
very well.
between doing it accidentally and doing it purposely.
People are now telling Alex Nichols he should come and run on the track.
Yeah, Alex, your friend Joe Grant was here the first year, so you guys could duel it out.
Will you guys take a nap at all tonight?
Most likely.
Probably. Or I'll fall asleep on the stream, one of the two. Who is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 8, 5, 8. That's great. The only time I saw Camille stop while I was there, this is from Stephen Crawford, was to retie her shoe, but that was it. So it's at a high school, no beers on course, right? Right. Kool-Aid, next level stuff, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Appreciate it. We've got 280 of you on the stream tonight here on YouTube, not even counting those of you watching on Facebook and Twitter as well. So we appreciate all of you spending some time with us here. Coming at you from the 2018 Desert Solstice track invite, Phoenix, Arizona, 85004. That's the zip code.
Represent!
It's getting a little chilly in the booth, not gonna lie. We might try and get a heater up here, because we are not moving right now. We're just sitting here. It's great. Actually, I think I have a different coat. You getting cold? No, you got that East Coast blood, man. I'm local here, dude.
I don't know, I've been wearing this all day. UFC on one screen and Ultra on the other. The future is now.
Hell yeah.
How many runners in a typical year finish the whole 24 hours?
That's a great question. Usually it's not many, honestly. But this is by far the most people we've had at like actually toe the line. Usually we shoot for 25 to sign up, and we'll have maybe 20 starters. And this year we had a full field of 33 signed up, and every single person started this morning, so pretty cool.
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's here? Shout out to Joe Rogan, welcome. Sorry, Courtney retired already.
I told Joe Rogan that you should be on. Yeah, you should be on Joe Rogan, Jimmy.
Nice. Do you have a personal line with him or what?
Hey, how are ya?
How's it going over there?
Good.
Good. Do you get your heater over there yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Haley's, hogging most of it.
Yeah, we're still waiting for ours up here. We're freezing.
I think we have 2 down there. One's not even on.
Oh, wow.
Lucky ducky.
See John, I'll send him.
If you see John, if he can lug up one of those giant tanks, I mean, we'd take it. We wouldn't complain. That'd be awesome.
I wonder if these videos are enough proof for Jane Benver. Hopefully she's liking all of our comments.
Yeah.
Or laughing at all of our comments.
Shout out to Jane Benfer. What up? How you doing?
Thanks for the extra view, James.
This event's not really happening.
Yeah.
This is one of those fake running events. We staged it so that Camille could set a world record, right?
She's not even here. It's a hologram. It's just on repeat.
Jen Savage says she may not sleep tonight. This rocks. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys are going to stay up all night and show us this much love and support, we just might stay up as well. Michael Svem, any big names coming to Coldwater Rumble? I'd have to take a look at the entrance list right now. That one doesn't usually attract a lot of really big names. There's usually a couple people that jump in here and there, maybe last minute. You never know. It's more of a local race for sure, but yeah, we hope hopefully there'll be some people popping in. Pump up the volume or kick out the jams. Okay.
They can't hear us, is that what they're saying?
No, I don't know. I think it's a song, maybe. Is audio levels all right, everyone? I think it's all right. Cody Carnett, does each runner have their own crew and tent? You want to take that one?
Yeah, I think everyone, for the most part, has a crew of some sorts, whether it's just one person or family, whole group of people. Yeah, we interviewed some of the crews a little earlier today. But yeah, pretty much the whole straightaway, 100 meter straightaway is all crew tents. And then there's also the main aid station, which anyone is free to use as well. So yeah, like Chris Danucci said, about a quarter of the race is spent running by an aid station. Yep, correct.
Yeah, the entire straightaway on this side of the track is pretty much full of crew tents and aid stations for the most part. We got a shout out, where is Eric Strantz at? Is he still playing cards in the field?
Yeah, I think he's in the inside of the track with Billy.
Yeah, essentially, if you're looking at our live stream right now, on the left side of your screen, you see like a group of people standing in the grass. He's wearing salmon-colored shorts, I think, still. So that's him. He's hanging out with Courtney and crew. We should try and get Courtney up here at some point.
Yeah.
So we had talked about that. Maybe I'll send our field reporter to go grab her.
Okay, this is great. I'm currently on my treadmill non-stop.
Until the race is over, yes! That's amazing. Okay, we're gonna hold you to that. This is, whoever you are, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 5, 8, 9. That. Yeah, and people are definitely shouting out MNOP. It's great. Okay, having too much fun. Clint Green, speaking of John, what are the chances of any of these guys taking out the reigning champ of Jim Nill's backyard? He's shouting out John Moroshik, who works for us.
That you pronounce. He was pretty close on the name.
Oh yeah, LMNOP. Yeah. Yep, pretty much. Walking right now, but I'm 40 miles in. Whoa! What are you shooting? What do you think you'll get tonight? It's impressive. Did you start when they started this morning?
That Reagan has been sleep running the whole time, and you'll have to wake him up to stop. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It's very true. It's amazing how steady Zach and Camille are. They've been this half mile apart, or 3/4 of a mile apart, for just hours, it seems like.
Someone needs to sit on that chair, they're saying. It's
Is there a lonely chair?
When did the direction change on the track? They've been changing directions every 4 hours. So they just changed at the 12-hour mark, right?
Yeah, just at 12.
Yeah,
so 49 minutes ago. So we got quite a while. We're gonna have a ton of people hitting their 100 mile in this direction before it's all over.
Once you get to 100 mile, or he or she.
That is
wants to get to
awesome.
100.
That's amazing.
Hey.
Yeah,
we're
Courtney's
live.
out there if you want it.
Oh yeah.
I heard Camille's. Sounds like she's going after 100. That's a rumor.
She's gonna stop at 100? I hope not.
Go for the record.
What record?
Not Caitlin's. Who has the record? Gina's. Track record, 100 track.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm like, cause she's already above her own record.
Yeah.
She already has the record, but that's cool. All right. Do you want to like officially sit down and talk about that? Is that real or is that not? That's just hearsay.
That's a rumor that everybody's talking about.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say that.
So we've got a unconfirmed rumor on the track from Salmon Shorts.
Can you invite Courtney to come up?
Yeah, can you get Courtney? Can we invite her to get up here? Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to chat with her.
Do you know why Courtney is so good?
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. There's some talk about Camille stopping at 100. Who knows? We'll see in. I guess we'll see in like 4 miles. So that's not very far away. Let's see. Track record is 13:45. She's gonna demolish it. Jane Benfer, represent. Yes.
Sweet.
Amazing. Can we get it like
in the corner?
just behind
Right
us?
next
maybe?
to that dry plywood?
Yeah. Pointed towards us.
Oh.
Oh, this is on fire.
And set on like really low, maybe.
Yeah.
What else do we got? Is this the race that dude hit in the porta potty?
Oh
no. No. That was our across the years. This is not that race, but that one's coming up. So we'll do some live coverage of the porta potties. That'll be one of the feeds.
Action cam.
That'll be great. Yeah, people are wanting us to live stream at across the years
At
now.
the potty.
Yeah.
Over the
We have John Moroshik here. He's the backyard ultra champion.
Remember
and
that.
also works for us here at Aravaipa. You have aspirations of someday doing Solstice?
Yeah, if I can get in.
All right, all right.
Hell yeah.
Heck yeah.
Go out there and run
You
circles.
have a qualifier yet?
No.
Nope. Working on it?
Yeah, always.
Always working on it. Uh-huh.
Someday.
Very cool.
Potty cam will be a hit.
This is great. I love you guys. So many good ideas tonight. It's just fantastic. How are the temps during the day today? It was upper 60s. Wasn't too bad really. Felt a little warm for a hot minute, and then it was kind of cooled off. I don't know.
Yeah.
A few people were putting water on their heads and taking some ice, but for the most part, everyone looked pretty good. Doesn't seem to have affected them.
Stand back.
Oh, this is gonna be nice.
Camille go up in flames.
What is the story on the potty? You got something going on?
You say you want to put on the little banner of special guest.
What's
Oh,
that?
no, he's saying on this thing, do special guests. If she's coming, though. Is she down? Oh!
Is she walking up? We'll probably go to this feed for that.
Oh, here she comes.
She's tired from the hills and the course.
We've got a special guest arriving.
Welcome, welcome.
Get to replace me.
Oh man, I can't replace you ever.
All right, we'd like to welcome one of our athletes tonight to join us.
Where's the camera?
Right here.
We're gonna get your official title in here and everything.
Oh man, this is so cool.
We've got Courtney here in the studio. Thanks for joining us. We actually have 264 people in our live chat room right now.
Cool.
So
Hey everybody.
yeah, I know this isn't where you wanted to be at this point in time. 12 hours in.
But this is a cool view.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's kind of sweet. Like,
This is where you've been hiding all day.
yeah.
Oh, I
Been up
had
in
no
the-
idea.
Yeah, up in the press box.
I just thought you weren't coming to the race.
I've been here and awake this entire time, so.
Well, we couldn't hear the commentating. That could be next. Just broadcast the comments
Oh, out loud.
out
yeah.
on the
Well, and we need like a jumbotron too.
Yeah,
That would be great.
and the talent show.
Talent show would be really nice. That'd
Yeah,
be great.
next
They
time.
had that at Suchow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
at like midnight they set up a stage and dancing, singing.
Did that help mentally?
It was just cool.
Yeah.
And it made more people come out, so it made it all more exciting.
Like more people for the stands.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to work on that for next year.
Yeah, get the local high school involved.
That's awesome. Yeah. This local high school.
Any.
We're at a high school. Have them come on out. So, yeah, we had a lot of people. Some people saw earlier that you had stopped. So you want to tell people a little bit about your day?
It was perfect weather. There's no reason to not get big numbers today. So hoping to see some still. But for me, my legs were just toasted after a long season. I was hoping to squeeze one more race out of them, and they said no.
No. Did you feel it early on, or was it kind of a slow progression?
I felt it like 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
But it was like, why not go try? Because maybe it'll be the perfect day, and if you don't try, you don't know. So yeah. So now I know.
Yeah.
It's time to rest.
You are human after all, basically.
No. How does it go up here? We watched the TV.
Yeah, so that's literally, we got comments from YouTube, so we're kind of tuning in. Maybe you can help monitor those.
How fun.
Yeah, maybe you can monitor and ask some, like if you guys have questions for Courtney, please type them. We'll have Patrick over here ask them for us. But yeah, that's what people are viewing. So that's our view, and they can watch the race happening still. And then this is kind of our switcher station, and
you can toggle.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. We're geeking out up here. It's like full on AV club.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
All right, well, first question, Courtney, what was the first thing you had when you finished the race, food-wise?
Billy Yang gave me a vegan donut. Pretty good.
All right.
And some Chex Mix. Still looking for my post-race beer. That'll be coming soon, I hope.
Nice. I'm surprised you aren't already a few deep.
I know. I couldn't find any yet.
So someone asked the question probably many people are asking, are you going to pull the Hard Rock Western States double?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
We're both in Hard Rock.
Yes.
It's gonna be so awesome. So pumped. Are you gonna go up there early to train? It's tough with Western though.
It is tough, yeah. They're so different. I don't know, I gotta talk to Jeff Browning and get some wisdom from him. He's like the master of the double.
Yep.
Yeah.
Has he done it twice now?
2 times or 3 times?
Jesus. Yeah, well, because he's almost always top 10 at Western, and then he keeps getting pulled for Hard Rock, so it happens.
It's amazing. Yeah, I'm so excited to try them both.
All right, so what is your favorite candy?
Jelly beans.
Jelly beans. Did you have any jelly beans today?
Yeah. I've been working on a bag down in the field.
Favorite flavor of jelly bean?
Juicy pear.
Juicy pear.
Yeah.
All right.
I noticed you had headphones in a lot of the race. Did you have them in the whole time, or do you kind of switch back and forth?
Yeah, I usually try and save them for later. Today I was hoping to go 10 hours with no headphones and then have them as like a
treat.
Yeah, in the 10th hour to bring me home. But I took them at 6 hours today. Yeah.
So if we see you with the headphones in early, we know you're hurting.
Yeah, that's like, it's a tough day so far.
What tunes were you jamming to?
Yeah, I had Michael Jackson, country music I love. I don't know, some pop hits, some Prince. I also have some Disney on there. And
like Lion King?
Yeah. Have you seen Pitch Perfect?
No.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I have the Pitch Perfect soundtrack on there.
Have to download that one, I guess. Okay.
All right.
Nice. Taste.
All right.
If you had to pick, what was the highlight of your year?
Oh man, I don't know. I think just getting to race new races and meet new people, and hard to say one.
For sure. What does the off season look like for you? Complete rest or just no races?
I think this race told me that it should be just complete rest for a couple weeks, and then just easy runs to end out 2018, and then I'll start thinking about building back up in the new year.
Smart. Awesome. No across the years for you.
No across the years.
We had some people asking if any of the people competing today were going to be running across the years. I was like, probably not a good idea. I'd recommend against it.
Yeah, that would be crazy. People could do it though. Jester Ed could do it.
Yeah, he has done it.
Yeah, I bet.
Some people will, or if people don't hit their goals here, some will turn around and kind of try and save face there a little bit. I'm not saying you should do that. Definitely not. Not allowed.
Someone just made a comment, Courtney, your New York Times piece was remarkable. Great work. Congrats. And yeah, I think a lot of people really got the word out there, even more so. How cool was that for you to be in the New York Times?
It was really cool. It was awesome. So the author reached out before Tahoe 200 and then came to Tahoe 200 and followed along and kind of was a part of the whole journey around the lake. So it was cool to
some
just share
amazing
that.
Imagery out of that.
Yeah, they got some good photos.
Awesome shots.
The photographer's article came out second, and it was about like how hard it is to photograph a 200-miler.
That's cool. I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah.
Who's gonna come in second to you as Ultra Runner of the Year?
For Pete's sake.
Yeah,
they're asking the hard questions in the chat room tonight.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Is it because it's Saturday night?
There's someone running on a treadmill right now.
What?
They've started a little bit after today, and they're at 40 miles, and they're gonna go until they get 100. Like,
who is
I want to give them a
awesome.
Desert Solstice buckle if they do it. Like 1, 2, 3. Their name is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Because they're running.
14,
so they just
5,
like,
8, 5. LMNOP or something like that. I have no idea.
That's awesome. Keep going. He'll send you a T-shirt too.
You're making all these promises for us, right?
You brought me to this comment.
We had to holler all the way up to the press box. We didn't make you go on the roof though. There is a ladder on the roof and you don't have to go up there.
Oh, that's cool.
Courtney, what's your preferred terrain? What is one of the biggest challenges?
My preferred terrain?
Yeah.
Yes.
all of it.
They're all cool for their own reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your hourly nutrition plan during today's race, and what is the plan for real food outside of gels? They say any chia seeds involved.
Chia seeds? No chia seeds.
Too healthy.
Today I was eating mashed potatoes, Tailwind, honey stinger waffles, and honey stinger chews. And that was it.
Alright. The person who's running on the treadmill asked if you have any treadmill running tips.
Oh man.
They need some.
They said the sweat is out of control.
Baby powder maybe? I don't know.
What do you mean by the sweat is out of control? Tell us more. I did.
Can we splice in a live feed from the treadmill maybe? Do we have that technology yet?
I had my first, after the race, I had my first In-N-Out burger.
Oh.
It was my first one.
Do you have an official review?
It was a delight, yeah. It was good. What is it called? Monster? No.
It's like a 4x4 or something?
No, In-N-Out.
I don't know. I don't eat burgers, so I don't know. I get the fries sometimes.
Yeah, those were okay.
Yeah, kind of soggy.
Yeah.
Double-double.
Double-double, but monster? Or what's the word you say?
Animal style.
Animal style.
Monster style.
Do you have a trail name? Like how, like when people are hiking?
Oh
they have,
man,
like,
we should
their
come up
trail
with one.
name.
Dow Monster.
I've never, I don't think I have a trail name.
No. Any nicknames? Nicknames.
Well, yeah. I mean, probably plenty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ask about Barkley. Yeah, just anything about Barkley. Interested?
You doing it this year?
Cross the fingers, I hope.
Did you send your vial of blood via carrier pigeon?
Yeah. I sent my firstborn child.
Where is he?
He's probably asleep somewhere.
Did he come today?
Nah, he didn't make it. Yeah.
The treadmill person says they have a couple different fans, but it doesn't make a dent.
Is it a girl or a boy?
We're not
It's
sure.
a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
You think they're really running?
Hidden identity. It could
I'm
just.
proud of you
It
if
could
you're
be
really
a.
running.
It could
That's
be a
cool.
troll. I kind of believe him.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, I don't know why you'd make that up.
Yeah.
But there's stranger things on the planet.
Yeah, there are.
Courtney, how did your husband's 100 go? Does he want to run another?
Yeah, he did it. He made it sub 24 hours, which was super cool. And I got to pace him for 40 miles of it. And he's already looking for next year what he'll do. He is not sold on the 200-mile distance yet.
It takes a while to be sold on that, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Are you sold on it?
Yeah.
You're sold on everything having to do with running, huh? Tour de Jean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna do that next year.
Really?
If I can pull it all together, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh, that
plan.
would be so cool.
But I'm not doing Western. I'm just doing Hard Rock, so I think I can.
So you're
handle
doing
it.
a different double.
Yeah.
That'd be a
That's true.
sweet double.
Yeah, I think so.
You gotta get your hiking legs ready.
Yeah.
I hear.
Well, Barkley
I hear
Hard
that
Rock
one-
TD